What's going on, guys? Zuko back with another War Within video. Hope you are all doing very well. I'm back on the PTR and we're going to look at the updated Marksman Hunter tree for Dark Ranger. This is very exciting what has happened with this tree, and I meant to get to this like a weeks ago and I just got so busy with the launch stuff, but we're going to look at it now. So what happened with the Dark Ranger tree? Because right now on the live game it's kind of garbage. It basically is like aim shot and rapid fire have a chance to you fire a black arrow and then they have a chance to reset aim shot for you. Just aim shot, not rapid fire. This is how it works on live. The problem with the way that this works on live is that you fire the black arrow and it has a chance to reset aim shot, and then you're incentivized to like press aim shot again, which costs 35 focus, and it creates this gameplay loop where you spend way too much focus. Like, you're getting back a focus spender. And I think for BM Hunter, the way it works right now is it gives you back your barb shot, which is a focus generator. So it makes no sense the way that it's set up for the different specs, because Marksman Hunter is going to run out of focus and BM Hunter is going to like get too much focus. It's like this weird, problem. Anyway, they've completely changed it now. It revolves entirely around kill shot now, and it's very exciting and very cool. Something that I've personally been wanting for a long time for all the Hunter specs is to get more of an emphasis on kill shot, because I think it's a really fun ability. And way back in the day in Shadowlands, when we had the Razor Fragments legendary, this used to be a legendary for all Hunters, by the way. That was one of my favorite things to do as a Hunter, but now it's only a Marksman Hunter thing. And anyway, it doesn't matter. The point is, they have completely transformed Black Arrow for Dark Ranger now to work with kill shot, and there truly is a tree now that synergizes perfectly with kill shot, and I'm going to show you what it's all about. Okay, here's what it does. Black Arrow is now replacing kill shot. Okay, it is not its own button, it replaces kill shot. Okay, very important to understand, because that now means that Black Arrow scales with all of our kill shot talents. And there's now a new death blow passive on the class tree. This applies to all hunters. And for Marksman Hunter, it just says that the cooldown of kill shot is reset occasionally by aim shot. You have 15% chance to reset the cooldown of your kill shot with aim shot. Now that now applies to Black Arrow. So your aim shot is a 15% chance to reset the cooldown on Black Arrow. Very, very, very cool. Now, this again is just your new ability, Black Arrow. It's down here. You can see it's not highlighted right now, but if I target this enemy, it now becomes highlighted. Now you might go, Zuko, if it replaces kill shot, why is it highlighted on an enemy that isn't in execute range? It's gonna highlight on this enemy in execute range, but why is it highlighting on anything else? Well, I'm glad you asked. Because if I click on this, I can actually fire it. The reason is because of this new talent, the bell tolls. Black Arrow is now usable on enemies with greater than 80% of their health or less than 20%. So you have a double execute going on here. You have an execute at the beginning of the fight and at the end now, which is only true for Dark Ranger Marksman Hunters. That doesn't exist anywhere else in the game. It used to be Condemn for warriors, right, back in the day. Now Marksman Hunter has ranged Condemn, basically, which is really cool. This whole tree actually feels like your Sylvanas now. Like, it actually has real kind of Sylvanas kind of tie-ins, and it's really cool now. So the bell tolls is very cool. So at the beginning of a fight, you have lots of Black Arrow procs, and then at the end of a fight, you're going to have Black Arrow procs as well. And you're going to see a theme developing in this hero tree where you just have chance on chance on chance to proc another Black Arrow over and over and over again and keep pressing it. I will say, at the outset, Black Arrow is doing much less damage than the current version of Black Arrow, which is the active ability that you have to press. I think it does about 700% attack power damage. This new Black Arrow only does about 350% attack power damage, about 370% if you include the dot. So it sounds like it's a lot less. It's about half of what it used to be, but you're proccing it over and over and over again. Black Arrow on live right now is a 30-second cooldown. This is a 10-second cooldown baseline, and it can now be used on 80% or 20%, and there's going to be lots of other chances to proc this new death blow, which is kill shot, right? So Yes, the damage is lower on the outset, but you're going to be proccing it all the time, so it's going to be more damage overall, okay? Especially like razor fragments, wink, 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 is going to be a lot more damage as well. Let's keep going. There's a new choice node with the hounds. The hounds are still here, but there's a new choice node. Soul Drinker. When an enemy affected by Black Arrow dies, you have a 10% chance to gain Death Blow, which again, just gives you another Black Arrow. So you put a Black Arrow on somebody, they're ticking down, they die. There's a chance you might get another Black Arrow proc. Seems like a really low chance, in my opinion, seeing as the dot from Black Arrow is only a 10-second dot. So, like, you'd have to fire a Black Arrow in the execute window, and that target would have to die within 10 seconds to actually gain the effects of Soul Drinker. It feels a bit weak to me. I'm not gonna lie, it feels a bit weak, but it's another chance of proccing, Black Arrow, which is really cool. Okay, let's go over here. Bleak Arrows. This is very cool. Your auto shots now deal shadow damage, allowing them to bypass armor. That's what shadow damage does. Just baseline, it bypasses armor. So your auto attacks are just doing more damage now, which is really cool. Your auto shot now also has an 8% chance to grant Death Blow, which is going to give you another Black Arrow, right? You see the pattern here? There's multiple ways to proc Black Arrow, and I'll get to all of them in a second. We'll keep going here. The middle is the same. The bell tolls I've already talked about. Let's talk about this new Shadow Dagger. While in combat, Disengage releases a fan of Shadow Daggers, dealing a small amount of damage per second and reducing the affected target's movement speed by 30% for 6 seconds. So let's take the numbers here. 2,500 damage per second times 6, right? 25, 57, that's 100. And then you've got, so that's 10,000, 1250, it's about 15,000 damage per target, and it slows them. So if you hit 10 targets, it's going to do 150,000 damage. So it's not really intended to be a lot of damage. It's intended to just mostly slow enemies, but it does add a little bit of damage to your disengage, which is kind of that's interesting to me. Okay. Ebon Bowstring. Casting Black Arrow has a chance to give you Black Arrow. You guessed it. So again, there are multiple ways to proc Black Arrow. I'll just say it at the minute. So basically, here's all the different ways put together. Number one, you can fire a Black Arrow for free if the enemy is above 80% or below 20%. Enemies who die while affected by Black Arrow have a 10% chance to give you Black Arrow again. Your auto attacks have an 8% chance to give you Black Arrow. Casting Black Arrow has a 15% chance to give you Black Arrow. Okay. We're going to get to the Capstone as well, which gives your, when you're inside True Shot, you have another chance to proc Black Arrow. And then Improved Death Blow says Aim Shot and Rapid Fire both have a chance to proc Death Blow. Before, it was only Aim Shot, and it was only a 15% chance. But now, Aim Shot has a 50% chance, and Rapid Fire has that 25% chance to proc Death Blow. So, there's like 6 different ways to get a proc on Black Arrow, like 5 different ways to do it. On top of the fact that you can automatically fire your Black Arrow already at the top end and at the bottom end of an enemy's health bar. So, the frequency with which you're pressing this button goes way up, way up, which is really cool, compared to it being like a 30-second cooldown on live, okay? Banshee's Mark. Murder of Crows now deals shadow damage. Again, that bypasses armor. Black Arrow's initial damage has a 25% chance to summon a Murder of Crows. Very cool. You could also... actually, wait, can you take Murder of Crows anymore? Crow. No, you can't. So that's the only other way to get Murder of Crows. But again, very Sylvanas-y, right? It's very dark, shadowy. You're summoning a bunch of crows, and they're dark, and they're going to peck the eyes out. Anyway, whatever. It's kind of cool. You get Murder of Crows back there, which is kind of interesting, okay? Now, the last 2 talents, Bleak Powder and Withering Fire. There's Bleak Arrows, and now we have Bleak Powder. Casting Black Arrow, while Trick Shot is active, causes Black Arrow to explode upon hitting, dealing AoE, uncapped AoE shadow damage to nearby enemies. Uncapped AoE shadow damage. So, one important thing to understand here, this does not consume Trick Shot itself. So, you can fire multi-shot, and then if you have a proc of Black Arrow, you fire your Black Arrow, it does this extra splash of damage, and then you fire your Aim Shot or your Rapid Fire, and they will consume the Trick Shot and do their regular bouncing thing, right? So, You get an extra proc of AoE damage every time your trick shot is up if your black arrow is also up, okay? Very, very cool. Here's the new capstone. It's still called Withering Fire, but it's got a totally different thing now. While True Shot is active, you surrender to darkness. If you would gain Death Blow while under the effects of Withering Fire, you instead instantly fire a black arrow at 3 targets, and the 2 extra arrows do 50% less damage. That's insane, by the way. So we just finished talking about how many ways there are to trigger the death blow effect, right? Soul Drinker, auto attacks, aim shot and rapid fire, casting black arrow itself has a chance to do it. So now basically whenever any of those procs happen inside of True Shot, we automatically fire a black arrow. This is kind of like Enhancement Shaman going with the Storm build, where you proc Deeply Rooted Elements and then boom, you're suddenly like throwing out chain lightnings or lightning bolts for free. They're just procking instantly. This is the same effect, but it's so much more significant in my opinion, because if you're procking instant black arrows over and over and over again, guess what else is happening? Razor Fragments is being procced if you have the trick shot effect up, right? Of course. After gaining Death Blow, your next kill shot will deal 75% increased damage and shred. So inside of True Shot, if you gain Death Blow, you automatically fire off a kill shot or a black arrow, right? Which is going to instantly proc the Razor Fragment damage for free, because it also procs after you gain Death Blow. So there's crazy synergy now between the talents that actually interact with kill shot and the Dark Ranger tree, which did not exist before, because Black Arrow was its own ability before. It didn't interact with kill shot at all. So now you're going to take improved Death Blow, you're going to take killer accuracy to get the crit and crit damage, and you're going to take Razor Fragments, because inside True Shot, the Razor Fragments damage is going to be absolutely bonkers. Okay? So here's what it ends up looking like. I'll show you. Those are all the talent changes there. I will just say this synergizes much, much better than it used to. It removes a bit of button bloat because we don't have an additional button now anymore. We just have kill shot, which we had before, which gets replaced with black arrow now, which is very, very nice. The frequency with which we have to press black arrow, if it keeps procking, that has gone up. So maybe your GCDs are basically the same as what they were before, depending on how often you're going to have to press black arrow. But I would say on the whole, this synergizes so much better and gets me really excited about this hero tree, because the damage from this, I think, is actually going to be really significant. Okay, so here we go. I'm just going to try and do a regular rotation the best I can. I am no marksman hunter main. I am a survival hunter at heart, but we're going to give this a shot here. Okay, so I'll just go with like salvo, get an explosive shot going, and then I'm going to go into my volley, barrage, and I will also obviously do a black arrow. We'll get that going as well. So we'll go salvo, we'll do this, we'll go here, okay, and then we're gonna go black arrow, and then we'll do this, and we'll just see if we get a reset here. There's a multi-shot. We're gonna keep doing multi-shots into like aim shots. Okay, multi-shot black arrow into an aim shot, because remember, when we have trick shot active, our black arrow does an AoE shot of damage there. Okay, get a little bit more focus back here. Multi-shot black arrow, then we do aim shot. You can see it's exploding. There's the murder of crows. We'll get our explosive shot going again. Okay. This into rapid fire. We're going to multi-shot into black arrow. Okay, which is very nice. We'll get a couple of steady shots going here. Multi-shot again into aim. Oh, we got a black arrow proc. Let's do that. Into an aim shot. Oh, we got another one. Multi-shot into black arrow. Another black arrow. I don't know why there's like 2 black arrows. We're going to go salvo here. We'll do rapid fire into aim shot. Into another aim shot if we can get it in the window. I might have messed that up. Multi-shot, black arrow. Then we do barrage. My barrage is taking forever to come back. There we go. Remember, the black arrow is not consuming the trick shot effect, which is really, really great. Okay. Okay, we got multi-shot. We're gonna do a couple steady shots. Again, I'm not playing this very well, but you want to look at the damage in a minute. We'll do another. Oh, that's 2 trick shots in a row. That's too bad. We'll get one more true shot window in here. So let's get some focus. Get some focus. Okay. Here we go. True shot, multi-shot, black arrow, aim shot, multi-shot, rapid fire. multi-shot into aim shot, multi-shot into rapid fire. We're gonna go multi-shot into black arrow. We'll go volley into aim shot, into rapid fire. We'll get all the spreading there. There we go. That was nice. Multi-shot into black arrow. Multi-shot. Oh, we don't have to do that anymore. Actually, we can just keep pressing it. There we go. Okay. That's the rotation. And we'll give it a shot. We'll just look at the damage here. Remember, a lot of the stuff that we're getting from this tree is actually uncapped AoE. I'm only hitting like 3 to 4 targets here. But you can see the damage from Black Arrow is big. This is big. I was worried initially because I looked at the numbers, like the regular Black Arrow we have now, the one that we have to cast with the 30-second cooldown, that's like 700k attack power. This is like 350, but guess what? Because you get so many procs of it, because you can use it so much more often than the old Black Arrow, it's just actually way better. It does a lot of damage. Aim shot, rapid fire. There's the razor fragments there. That is just my Black Arrow splashing to the nearby enemies up to 5 targets. We were only hitting 3 targets realistically, so this damage would go way up. All the damage here would go way up. There's the Shadow Surge. That is the middle talent row here, I think. Yeah, Shadow Surge. That's an AoE proc of damage. And then there's my Bleak Powder, another AoE proc of damage. Not doing too much, but it's still adding quite a bit. If you add up all the numbers of what this tree is giving us, we've got 21, 24%, 25.5, 27, 28. Let's call it 28% of our damage. No, razor fragments. No, that's never mind. That's different. While razor fragments, you can't really count. I mean, you could count it, but it's like hard to quantify. Let's say 30% of our damage is coming just from our hero tree. That's a lot of damage we're getting. So very, very excited about this. I think, obviously I'm not playing it perfectly. You guys can all see that, but I think just from a objective perspective, this is really fun and interesting and sends your talents down a particular row. You're definitely going to want to take cooldown reduction on True Shot. I don't know when you don't take this, but my point is if you have True Shot up, you're getting those extra procs of Death Blow that are going to different people. I love that you can spec into all the Kill Shot talents. I love that there's synergy here between the hero tree and the talent tree, and it makes you go, no, it doesn't force you 100%, but I mean, in this case, you definitely want to take all the kill shot talents. I actually think that's good design, because if you don't like that, if you want to go pick a different tree that doesn't force you to pick particular talents, then you've got another whole tree to do that. Sentinel, Sentinel is just a generic damage bonus coming through. You don't have to pick any particular talents for that. So I really like the direction that Blizzard has gone with the Dark Ranger tree, incorporating all the kill shot stuff, turning it into Black Arrow, giving it the Sylvanas kind of touch, and then gives you that synergy with all the talents here. And guys, I think the damage is also really good. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. I'll just say really quickly, my item level was only like 570 and we only had 3 targets, right? So just keep that in mind. But let me know what you think in the comments down below. Are you thinking of potentially switching to Marksman Hunter and doing this whole Sylvanas Dark Ranger thing in 11.0.5? Because that's when this is going live, and it just looks amazing to me. But let me know what you think, especially you guys who play Marksman Hunter. If I missed something really big, let me know. And if you play Marksman Hunter and you understand something about this, please let me know in the comments down below. I would love to hear from you guys down there. Thank you so much again for watching. Love y'all. I will see you in the next one.